Good evening. Welcome to the August 2nd Indianola City Council meeting. If you'll please join me by saying the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Jackie, if you'll call the roll, please.
Councilmember Hewlin. Here. Parker.
Present.
Kling.
Here.
Schroeder. Southall. Here. Marchant.
Present.
Mayor Pepper.
Present. Thank you. First item always is open forum. I don't see anybody here wishing to speak. Did we receive anything ahead of time? Okay, then we'll just move right on into consent agenda. We have a couple things we need to pull. We need to pull claims and we need to pull G, which is the resolution authorizing the mayor to sign the application on the city's behalf regarding the economic development financial assistance for Cementech. So we'll go ahead with other first, then we'll come back to those two.
Move to approve the other items on the consent agenda.
Second.
Okay. Questions, comments? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Councilmember Hewlin. Aye. Parker.
Aye.
Kling.
Aye.
Schroeder.
Aye.
Southall. Aye. Marchant.
Aye.
Motion carries. Claims on the computer printout for August 2nd, 2021. Do we need to discuss or do we just need?
Nope.
Somebody to discuss? Okay,
Second.
okay. Jackie, please.
Councilmember Marchant.
Aye.
Hewlin. Aye. Parker.
Abstain.
Kling.
Aye.
Schroeder. Aye. Southall. Aye.
Motion carries. And then on to resolution authorizing the mayor to sign the application on the city's behalf regarding the economic development financial assistance for Cementech Inc. with the Iowa Economic Development, IEDA, for assistance under the High Quality Jobs Program, HQJP.
Move to approve.
Second.
Brian?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. This is something that the city staff and our partners at Greater Des Moines Partnership have been working on with Cementech for probably over a year now. This application has the city as a sponsor, which then goes to the state. The state has a board meeting. The state agency has a board meeting October 20th that they'll approve this. As part of this, the city's committing to a match. We're working on the creation of a development agreement with Cementech, where we're using TIF as a rebate back for their project. That satisfies the local match requirement. The development agreement won't be done before the board meeting. And so what we need the minutes to reflect here tonight is that this application and our sponsorship will be conditioned upon the execution of a development agreement with Cementech. We are meeting with Cementech, I think August 26th, to go through the draft that we've shared with them.
We need Councilman, it was, who made the motion? I think Councilman Kling did. Just amend your motion to make a condition upon the development agreement being signed.
I'm making a motion to amend that motion.
You don't have to make a motion, you just
Okay.
want to amend your
I mean,
motion.
I so moved.
That's good.
Perfect.
Yes,
Yeah.
you got it. Just did, all right.
Just doesn't the second have to agree to it as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Second the amendment.
Any questions on that?
It's a great deal. Good.
Yeah.
All right, Jackie, please call the roll.
Councilmember Schroeder.
Aye.
Southall. Aye. Marchant.
Aye.
Hewlin.
Aye.
Parker.
Aye.
Kling.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. All right, then on to council reports. Mayor's report. Well, team, we're in our two favorite weeks of the year. We just finished, as you all know, Des Moines Metro Opera finished up their season here throughout the month of July. County fairs finished up. Congrats to our balloons. That's all this week. If you haven't seen it, please go out, enjoy it. Kudos to them on a sky parade, kind of a fun, quick way to make up for not having a parade, a regular parade. So very fun. Love that creativity. I also want to call out a couple of things. The city's credit rating of AA2 was reaffirmed. We're in a strong financial position. I just want to hit a couple of things so folks are aware. Our tax base has grown at a strong average annual rate of 4.3% over the past 5 years. That's huge. The growth has been driven by new residential construction, which in turn has been driven by a steady flow of new residents. So that's wonderful. Reserves are strong and will likely remain so because of the city's good budget management. Kudos to our city staff. Credit strengths, we're in healthy financial operations and we have strong reserves. And then also when it comes to things the city has control over on our scorecard, all of those are rated AAA, which is wonderful. So again, congrats to our staff, congrats to council for their support of all of this. Really very nice. Streetscape, if I could talk, continues. Things continue to move forward. Mailboxes, if you haven't seen it, have been relocated. I've checked them out. I've mailed. It works. It's wonderful. So thanks to everybody for that. Mentioned that there is a rental housing meeting. There's 2 of them coming up, August 5th and 12th, 6 p.m. at the Activities Center. If you are in a rental housing unit or own a rental housing unit, please, please, please come join us. There's some changes that are coming and we want to make sure you're aware. I'm very proud of us. We are quickly working towards our American Rescue Plan Act money, using it. We'll reconstruct West Boston between F and D streets. That's great. I think we're one of the fastest moving cities on something like that. So kudos for having people prepared, having a report, knowing what to do when these things come forward. So all in all, everything's great in Indianola. Very proud. All right, on to then proclamation declaring August 9th as Book Lovers Day. How could that be bad? My goodness, here it is. Whereas reading has many benefits, including reducing stress, increasing knowledge, vocabulary and empathy, strengthening thinking skills and improving memory. And whereas books can take a reader on adventures to new worlds without leaving the comforts of home. And whereas books can also teach new skills and spread vital information. And whereas Book Lovers Day encourages people to celebrate reading and literature. And whereas the Indianola Public Library has over 10,000 active users that have access to more than 159,000 items. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Pepper, do hereby proclaim August 9th as Book Lovers Day throughout the city of Indianola and encourage all citizens to visit our public library to get lost in a good book. Love it. I will sign this. All right, on to public consideration, old business. Resolution accepting the low bid on the purchase of streetlights for the square reconstruction project.
Motion to approve.
Okay.
Second.
Okay, Charlie's gonna come and give us a little update, I think.
All right, it's like who moved it. Charlie DeSalle, Community and Economic Development Director. Council's aware we did approve the contract for the streetscape project back in April. Excuse me, I look at the date. With that, though, there were no streetlights included within that contract. The city decided to kind of purchase those separately through our purchasing contracts that IMU has. So the city's been working with IMU on purchasing those. We did get 5 bids for them, with a low bid coming in just a tad over $150,000. We had a workday budget on that for about $200,000. So they did come in well under our anticipated budget on that. So staff does recommend that council accept the low bid from border states on streetlight purchases for the streetscape. Any questions? I'd be happy to answer them.
Let's just emphasize $49,903.72 under budget. That's impressive.
Is that something we're installing ourselves or?
Nope, our contractor will
contractor
actually
takes care
install
of
them.
it.
Yep, we just purchased them through.
Okay.
So, nope.
I forget these look like.
The ones that were on the actual square, the newer ones, I think they were only about 3 or 4 years old. They're going to match the look of those ones.
Like a stick with a bright object.
Yeah. So as we refer to them,
You, Bob, I
That's what I
wanted a
think.
specific design, I couldn't recall.
yeah, it's replacing. So what we've commonly referred to as the gun drop light bulbs are out there. The really bright ones, they're very inefficient. So it's going to replace those ones so they won't be near as bright, and the new ones will be much more efficient.
I see they're gonna have the arms for baskets and all
Yep,
that. So
yep.
that's good. That'll be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's gonna be. Other questions for Charlie? Jackie, please.
Councilmember Hewland,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Kling,
Aye.
Schroeder,
Aye.
Southall, Marchant.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thanks, Charlie. First consideration of a proposed ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Indianola, Iowa by adding provisions pertaining to a new chapter on Human Relations Commission.
Move to approve.
Second.
Questions, comments? Exciting. Jackie, please.
Councilmember Marchant,
Aye.
Hewlin,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Kling,
Aye.
Schroeder.
Aye.
Southall.
Aye.
Motion carries. Great. We have a
Mayor,
new-
will we be adding something to our application sheet then
Yep,
for this commission?
Yes, we will. We'll get working on it. Got some great people already helping.
And along those lines, one of the things that we'll have to do as part of the third consideration, if we can get it up to date in time, is work with the state on getting that Civil Rights Commission agreement, because the state handles any sort of investigation into any sort of claims.
Thank you, Ryan, for stating that. That is correct. We appreciate that. All right, on to new business. Resolution approving the purchase of an ambulance.
Move to approve. Second.
Want to come talk? We'd love for you to come talk. Please come up here, chief. Tell us what you got.
Council Mayor, Fire Chief Greg Chia. This was purchased, the one it's replacing was purchased in 2012. It's gone through its life cycle. It's needed, and because of just our location and our geography where we sit, we put a lot of miles on these things and we try to rotate them through. This one sits with over 123,000 miles on it right now.
Fully loaded.
For the most part, yes, there's.
What he's saying is the Bob Kling.
Watch DVD on his way to the hospital.
We've seen Bob on the street.
I know Chief has.
And we're not trading in, right? We're selling.
And we're gonna sell that one. And in the past, the last two that I've been involved with, we have traded them in and we've got a really low amount in trade-in. It was 6,500 is what we, and the last two were, I think we can maybe get, we could get 3 times that.
That's worth a
Especially
try.
now.
Well needed.
Yes. Well used,
Yeah,
fortunately.
yes, they are.
Okay, questions for chief? Chief? Jackie, please.
Councilmember Schroeder.
Aye.
Southall.
Aye.
Marchant,
Aye.
Hewlin,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Kling.
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution approving the preliminary official statement for 2021 GO bond series.
Move to approve.
Second.
Andy.
Mayor, members of council, the preliminary official statement, I think all of you have been through a bond series before. You went through one last year. This is the first step to take where the council reviews the official statement that's sent out to prospective underwriters. The underwriters, the company that will issue the bond, sell them to the bond holders. And so they get an official statement describing what's going on in the city, different statistics, financial statistics, and councils to review that. I know it's rather lengthy read in your packet there, but the council's responsibility is to review that and then officially adopt it as part of our package that we send out for advertising for those bids.
Questions for Andy?
We anticipate a similar.
Yeah, Mike says that interest rates are really low right now. so
Okay. I'm just curious about that.
Very favorable environment. The pricing will go on the 16th and then council will officially issue on the 16th.
Jackie, please.
Councilmember Hewlin,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Kling,
Aye.
Schroeder,
Aye.
Southall,
Aye.
Marchant.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thanks, Andy. First consideration of an ordinance repealing chapter 145, manufactured and mobile homes, chapter 146, mobile home parks, and chapter 164, small wind energy conversion systems.
Move to approve. Second.
Charlie.
Yeah, so last council meeting, council did approve the zoning code changes that we've been working on for the past year. With that, there was actually four of the existing chapters that were combined into the zoning regulations. The three that you had mentioned, plus the site plan code. The ordinance that was adopted at the last meeting only deleted the site planning code chapter. So this ordinance is now deleting the other chapters that should have been deleted with it. But just full disclosure, those chapters are now included in the new zoning regulations. So we are not getting rid of those regulations. They were just moved into one chapter.
Good clarification. Questions for Charlie? Jackie, please.
Councilmember Southall,
Aye.
Marchant,
Aye.
Hewlin,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Kling,
Aye.
Schroeder.
Motion carries. Thank you. And then first consideration of an ordinance amending the city code of the city of Indianola, Iowa, amending stormwater management fees.
Move to approve.
Second.
Again, so I'm not going to go through all the history on these slides right here. I think council's well aware. We got the stormwater audit that also then reviewed all the individual properties within the city and what they should be charged for stormwater management fees. And the next slide, Jackie. Thank you. So we've been working with IMU since this audit to kind of go through and just determine what each property should be charged for stormwater utility fees. As we've done that, we've noticed an issue with their new billing system to where their new billing system can only charge a minimum of 1 ERU. So for example, if we have a multi-tenant property, so a multifamily property apartment complex, for example, that should be charged 2 ERUs and there's 4 units on there. Technically, each individual tenant should be charged a half ERU, but IMU's billing system will not allow that. So we're proposing a code change that essentially clarifies that the owner of the tax parcel is responsible for the ERU payment. However, if there's individual meters on that property, it can be split evenly, but there is a minimum charge of 1 ERU per meter on the property, just to meet with IMU's billing system. So any questions on that, I would be happy to answer it.
Jackie?
Councilmember Marchant,
Aye.
Hewlin,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Kling,
Aye.
Schroeder,
Aye.
Southall.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. And then resolution approving the skate park graffiti wall policy.
To approve.
Second.
Comes Doug.
Anybody has any questions? Doug Byland, the Parks and Recreation Director. There's a couple of slides up there. As the summer's gone on and we've seen a lot of graffiti and other things at the skate park, and we visit other cities that have skate park walls, like the example here with Marshalltown, they built this several years back. I thought another opportunity for kids to show off their skills, their abilities, even as we talk a little bit more with the high school art club, with the Fine Arts Commission and involving schools and other groups. So what we're looking to do is have skate park graffiti walls on the vertical walls inside the skate park only, and not the surfaces that the kids would be skating on, the ramps and those kind of things. If there's obscene words or symbols, they'll be prohibited, and we'll get those removed as fast as we can. And then the walls will be whitewashed periodically. We didn't put a time limit on that, depending on how things go. For example, in Marshalltown, when they had a tornado a couple of years ago, there was one that stayed there for a year because it was M strong. So it ended up being kind of a community rallying cry. So keep those in there, and so they can change throughout the year. So we're just, the Parks and Recreation Commission went through these and recommended it, and we did it with the Fine Arts Commission. They recommended it too, as being a partner for that. So just wanted to make sure the council is aware of that. It'll be definitely different looks in the park, but hopefully a way for kids to show off their skills.
To our Fine Arts Commission.
Yeah.
Nice to include them. Comments, questions?
Yeah, under the obscene words or symbols, I assume that we are also including anything that might target an individual, or anything that would be racist, sexist, homophobic, etc.
And we'll work with the police department too on other things that might be out there as well. So
Hope we don't see any of that. I hope it's all.
Is it something that will be a time and date set to do it, or is it just they can go in and do it?
we kind of thought a lot of different ideas. There's several walls in there, so maybe high school has a wall, Simpson has a wall, skate park teachers have a wall. Keep them up there for time periods.
Okay.
And maybe have a big kickoff event
Yep.
sometime in the fall.
Okay, cool.
Oh, homecoming
Other questions?
Yeah.
Jackie, please.
Councilmember Marchant,
Aye.
Hewlin,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Kling,
Aye.
Schroeder,
Aye.
Southall.
Motion carries. Thank you. Other business, city managers report, Ryan Waller.
Just the receive and file.
Wonderful. We need to receive and file correspondence from July 16 and 23, 2021, weekly updates from city manager Ryan Waller.
I move to receive and file correspondence from July 16th and 23rd, 2021, weekly updates from city manager.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Thank you. And then our almost final piece, enter into closed session in accordance with Iowa Code Section 21.51I to evaluate the professional competency of an individual whose appointment, hiring, performance, or discharge is being considered when necessary to prevent needless and irreparable injury to that individual's reputation, and that individual requests a closed session.
Move to enter closed session.
Second.
And then just to state before we vote that the only thing after that would be to adjourn this meeting. So we're going to shut the cameras off. You won't miss anything. Jackie, please.
Councilmember Marchant,
Aye.
Hewlin,
Aye.
Parker,
Aye.
Kling,
Aye.
Schroeder,
Aye.
Southall.
Aye. Motion carries. All right, we'll go into closed session here in just a minute.